Hi, Marty. How you doing this morning?
Nice to meet you, Craig. How you doing?
Nice to meet you too. It's great to talk to you. Straight up, you're coming to China to do a tour for your new album, Drama. I've noticed you've also been to the US and Japan. You've done some tours there before that. How has the tour been going so far? And has it been good to catch up with
Oh,
family and friends in the US?
the tour has just been awesome. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. My band just keeps outshining me every night, and that's the way I like it. And chemistry just keeps getting better and better. It's so exciting. This will be my first live tour of China. Of course, I played there many times in several different capacities, but this is the first time I'm going to take my band to China. So we are so excited to do this. I was just in China for the Billy New
Yes.
Year's
I was going to ask you about that.
extravaganza, and what a show that was. And after that, I went to China to do the music expo, and I couldn't believe the kind of support that was coming my way. And everybody just wanted a tour to happen, and it happened very quickly. We put it together, and next month we'll be in China playing. So it's very exciting.
And you speak about your band. I've read things and I've seen video clips on YouTube. It's a really tight band. How did these guys all come together? I noticed that your drummer's been in the band for nearly 13 years now. Is that correct?
Yeah. He's the longest running member, and the guitar player Naoki's been in my band about 8 years now, and the
Yes.
bassist Wakazaima been in the band almost 4 years.
Right.
So this is the most succinct. What's the word in English? This is the permanent lineup. This is the lineup that it's changing the name of the project from Marty Friedman to Marty Friedman Band. I mean, it is a band,
Yeah.
and a lot of people know my albums, and it's just my name. But when you see the show, there's no question that it's a band. It's a four-cornered diamond. It's not just one guy and a bunch of guys backing him up. It's a band, and I think a lot of people who haven't seen us before are going to be very, very surprised at just how much attention that they draw,
Yes.
and that they draw away from me, which is just fine with me.
And looking at the set list, and I don't want to give too much away, I like how you've got a really good variety in your set, like not just the new album. I mean, obviously you're going to play songs from the new album, but I can see like, and again, don't want to give too much away, but I see that you're playing a Megadeth song, which is awesome. But it's all your career. Is that because of these guys, musicianship?
No. I mean, musicianship is a given. I mean,
Yeah.
any band that I've ever played with has just been the top musicians, but it's really more about the chemistry that you cannot describe and you can't practice and you can't wish for it. It's just got to happen. And that seems to have happened in this band. And we choose the material together, and there are many, many reasons for each choice. And all of the songs are done in special live versions
Right.
that are distinctively tailored to a live performance. Whereas when I'm making the albums, they're made for like a sit down and listen kind of experience. But in the live interpretations, it's all about bringing the audience in with us,
Yeah.
100% including the audience with us, having them participate with us, and most importantly, having them leave feeling uplifted and feeling, wow, I feel really good now. I was feeling kind of down before the show, but now I feel awesome. I'm ready to
Yes.
face the week. Just a real positive experience is what we shoot for in arranging our live performances and songs.
And with the Japanese crowd, I went to Japan last year and saw Queen play. And what I found interesting was that when they finished playing the song, the crowd would then clap. Then there'd be dead silence. Is that a culture thing? And how does that go with your band and when you're playing in Japan? I mean, you feed off the energy, right? Like, so how does that work for you?
Yeah, that's kind of a cultural thing,
Right.
but we try to avoid that. Um, we try to avoid that, and the way to avoid that is to keep the audience engaged with us. It's not like play a song, have applause, and go to the next song. We don't really do that so much. We I don't want to say skits because that makes it sound kind of like a comedy, but we have sections where we're talking to each other, where we're stopping songs in the middle and changing things and getting the audience involved and making the audience chant things at us. And and it's really that those are the type of things that allows us to avoid that kind of lull where they clap and then they stop,
Right.
because that is what would normally happen in a Japanese concert. It's really actually a sign of respect because they're clapping and they want to hear everything, the way they want to hear the next song. And once the band starts, it's like quiet out there because they're listening. Unlike in other countries where they're just going crazy the whole
Yes.
time,
Yes.
which as a player, I like them both a lot. I like when the audience is going crazy, you're a little bit less conscious about playing everything exactly so accurate. But when
Yes.
the audience is silent, it's like they're listening to every nuance and every note, so you better do it right.
Yes.
But we're all about entertaining, so we're not really that concerned about accuracy. I mean, even when we're not playing our best, it's pretty damn accurate. And accuracy is not like something that you walk away from the concert saying, wow, that band was great. They were so accurate. Who
Yes.
cares? I want people to walk away from the concert saying, that was so entertaining. I completely lost myself in the 90 minutes or 120 minutes they played. And so that really involves with getting the audience into the show and having them participate as much as possible.
Yes.
Um, Obviously the clapping, having them clap to beats and stuff, and having them chant certain things and having them answer questions while we're playing. It's really kind of an art that we are developing a lot. And the more, the better, because our music is instrumental, so they don't have lyrics. So we want to use every weapon we can to get people literally in the band for the time we're playing.
When was the first time that you did come to China? Was it 2018? And what was your first
Uh,
impressions of China?
no, I've been coming to China for a lot. I'd done a lot of like guitar seminars there,
Right.
even in the early 2000s. No one was really doing it back then. Um, I was kind of one of the first guys to really do kind of high profile guitar events in the early 2000s. And then I toured with A-Mei,
Right.
and I guess is you could compare her to like a Beyonce of Asia. And we toured in so many cities in China, I can't even count them. And what really left a big impression on me when I tour with Ame, first of all, she's the greatest singer ever. I love her so much.
Yes.
But the biggest impression was we'd go to these cities, and I didn't know the name of the city, never heard of it. But you get there, it's like 10 times as big as New York,
Yes.
and it's like a massive metropolis, but I've never heard the name of the city before. It's like, how many different metropolises are there? It's
Yes.
like being on a different planet. I just loved every minute of it. Of course, the food. The people were just so really receptive to what we were doing and just so passionate about music, and just loved being in China. And for my first solo tour of China, it's a big thrill for me and my band to go there.
Yes. And you're doing Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou, the three biggest
Anja,
cities.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
comparison there, I'm from Australia. We have 26 million people. That's how many people are in the city of Shanghai. So there you go. So it's
There you go, the whole country.
yeah. And speaking of Australia, are there any plans of going down to Australia on this tour this year or next year?
I really hope so. We're trying, our goal is to play everywhere on drama. We played America. We're going to probably play there again. And we're playing Latin America and South America
Yes.
and China. a lot of festivals in Japan. We're doing more festivals in Japan than ever, which is great.
Fantastic.
And we talked about doing Australian tour earlier this year. We decided to go with America instead for a lot of reasons, but Australia is a fantastic territory for us. We played there, I think, maybe 5 years ago,
Yes.
and so it's about time. We're planning to hit everywhere on drama. It's just a matter of logistics.
That's very encouraging, Marty. Hope you can get down
Yeah.
there eventually. So
Hey,
and
your accent makes me want to go to Australia right now.
being a teacher here now, it's I've tried to neutralize my accent, but
It's not neutralized, man.
when I go to America, I have people sit next to me at the bar and they just want to listen to me talk.
Yeah,
Can
I
you?
get it. I totally get it. I
Yeah.
agree.
And you're speaking about Billy Billy for New Year's last year. You are now on the Billy Billy website now. And this is like, for people who don't know, it's like the YouTube of the Western. Excited to be on Billy Billy as well, because that'll just branch out to huge audiences.
Yeah, Billy is just as big as YouTube. I
Yeah.
mean, in China, you can't watch YouTube, correct?
Yes.
Weird ways to watch it, but like normally, if you just plug in, you can't see YouTube. So what they have is Billy, which is amazing because once I got on there, there was all kinds of videos that I've never seen before, and
Yes.
just really rare stuff and cool stuff. And so when I did their New Year's thing, the staff there was so incredibly friendly and we got on so well. We made a whole lot of really nice connections. And I got started on Billy, and lo and behold, the tour's happening. And a lot of things are going to be cultivating China for me because it's a territory that's only growing and growing.
Yeah.
Rock music and electric guitar music is relatively new compared to like the other territories in the world. And believe me, they are catching the fever. There's a
Yes.
lot of really cool bands in China, really cool guitar players and instrumentalists of every instrument. And I'm proud that I was kind of one of the first guys to go over there and spread electric guitar disease to people, get people hooked on it,
That's awesome.
and every year it seems like more and more excitement and adrenaline is going towards the instrument of guitar and heavy music and rock music over in China. So I can feel like a little bit of pride from taking a little part of that and want to continue that in a big way.
Yeah, absolutely. You can feel it because when you say that you play guitar, oh, really? You play guitar? They're really shocked and amazed. They want to see you play. So it's definitely a huge market for you, Marty. That'd be really, really cool. And it's close to your home in Japan. Like, I do believe
Close
Shanghai
here.
to Osaka is like 90-minute 2 hour flight.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. And the people are so receptive to musical concepts, and China has a very rich musical history, which I've studied a lot, and it's
Mm,
influenced me a lot. So,
yes.
and even current Chinese pop music, I'm a big fan of it, and have always been a huge fan of Jay Chou. And every time I talk
Right.
China, I'm literally blathering on about Jay Chou, and that's only because I want to work with him so badly
Yes.
that I say it every single time, and one time it's going to hit. Maybe it's going to be our podcast here today. So Jay Chou, if you're listening, anytime, call me up. I'll be there. Um, but there's a lot of things in Chinese music that have influenced my music a lot.
Yeah.
You can hear it on Drama album. You can hear it on my Scenes album a lot.
Yes.
Um, it's just there, so it's really nice to go to one of the places that was a part of my musical history.
Absolutely. And have they told you about any sort of restrictions about what you can and can't play here? If it is lyrically, because every time my band plays here, we have to submit videos and lyrics and just to say, okay, it's not over the top. Okay, you can go and play. They're pretty strict on the lyric side. Obviously, yours an instrumental, but have they given you any restrictions?
I've not got any restrictions, but we did have to submit the set list
Right, right.
and have that list reviewed.
Okay.
And and I'm totally fine with that. Every country has
Yeah.
completely different cultures and different ways of doing things, and it's just that's what makes it fun. So it was nice to get the okay, and I wasn't worried at all, but you never know. You never know. But all my album covers have been okay, I guess. So
Yes.
we're fine.
Excellent. And the new album Drama, it's been well accepted. Been on the clock, listening to it the last couple of weeks. And what I found is that it flows. Did you try and do that? Try and tell a story in this album?
If that's what you got from it, then that's absolutely perfect. I think subliminally, I'm always trying to tell a story within each song's framework. Um, since I don't have lyrics or vocals, I have to have someone take the place of the vocalist,
Right.
and that's what the guitar does. So my guitar is literally singing to you. And so you can't just sing a bunch of gibberish. You have to sing something that the listener will feel like they're listening to someone telling them a story.
Yes.
And so that is a definite goal that I'm shooting for. And when I'm listening back to my demos, if I'm not feeling that myself, then I just throw the song away. And I throw away 90% of what I do, and most of it's garbage. But when I keep something, it really is. I mean, but when I keep something, I really believe in it so much to the point that I can let it go and I don't feel bad if people don't like it. If I were to just put anything out and people don't like it because it sucked, then that would be my fault. But the way I've been working for the last couple decades, I love it. So I can't control whether listeners are going to love it, but at least I'm very pleased with it. And so any kind of criticism really doesn't phase me at all because
Yeah.
it is what I want it to be, and
Yeah.
you can't control people's emotions. But thankfully and very pleasantly, people have responded to Drama better than any of my previous
Yeah.
albums. It's been a blessing. It's just been wonderful all around the world.
Oh, I read that you had maybe 40 or 50 tracks or ideas for this new album. Is that true?
I probably had more.
Yeah,
Like I
right.
said, I make a lot of demos
Yeah.
and I throw them away. And I complete them before I throw them away. There's a lot, when I was a lot younger, I used to work on things so hard that by the time I'm finished with it, I put so much energy into it, it absolutely has to be released.
Yeah.
Didn't matter if it's any good or not.
Right.
Didn't matter if I liked it anymore. I just worked so hard on it that it must be good.
Yes.
And that's I learned as an adult that that mindset is terrible because you could be polishing a turd for a month and you use so much energy, you fool yourself into thinking it's good. But the only way to know if it's good is if you listen back and you love it. It's that simple. Has no bearing on how much you've worked on it. So I've learned from that growing up. And so I've worked a lot more on the things that got thrown away than what got used.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You learn from it. And are you using the same guitars in the studio as what you're using on stage, or does that differ?
Definitely not. On drama, I had the great fortune of I have a dear friend in Italy named Franco Piona who owns maybe 300 or 400 perfectly maintained, beautiful vintage guitars.
Right.
Each one of these guitars has magic. They're from like the 50s and 60s, 70s, and he's a master guitar luthier and guitar technician. So he maintained these guitars and he allowed me to use all of them and guitar tech for me on the album. So I'm using all of these very precious magical instruments. Live, I'm using my signature model, which sounds
Right.
great, but
Right.
obviously is not going to replicate the exact same sounds.